We're live, sports fans. How's your Thursday going so far? We're here to talk a little NBA basketball. A lot of solo videos lately because when we have to roll two sports like this, one person's writing, one person's videoing. You just keep you busy this time of the year, which is nice. I know NBA is absolute soap opera in itself, but we got two sports. I kind of feel like there's always some good old DFS rolling on in the background, which I know you guys are probably also fans of because I know I am. I don't know if anybody caught the Jazz Suns last night. I did not watch it, but I'm a little disappointed I didn't because it was like playoff basketball. The Stars took over. They played big minutes, two good teams, competitive, really getting me amped up to get away from this soap opera of watching a bunch of scrubs play every day and get into a little NBA DFS come playoff season. It'll be here before we know it. But in the meantime, we'll just deal with the hand that we're fed every single day. Uh, I brought this up yesterday. I'll bring it up again, guys. Like the Pacers yesterday, the best info is going to come late night, Discord, Facebook. It's just the way that things are right now. It doesn't appear to be as bad today, but it's a little bit early, and we never know what's going to happen, especially with my Bucks taking on Dallas a little bit later. Probably going to have Mike Conley out. You just know the adjustments are coming. Today's show is brought to you by Drafters, and I brought it up a couple of times, and I'll bring it up again. They got a contest coming up for early NFL best ball. It's a monster contest with over $30,000 in prize, only a $5.50 buy-in. But trying to take advantage of some stuff, it's coming in with big-time overlay right now. They'd like to get it filled, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Monster overlay. Get your money in over at Drafters on this. Really ups your opportunity to win money pretty easily over there. Plus, it's a good time, which never hurts, and you can come draft with us over at the 5-pack. Also, guys, monthly memberships, new members get a $15 rebate today. So this is all available through the website. Monthly membership, $15 rebate, access to Discord, Facebook groups, all the daily videos, everything like that. The longer videos where we go through everybody. Subscribe if you're new to the station. Let's talk about where we're going from here. Cash game lock. As of right now, Giannis is doubtful. I'm hoping, maybe not hoping. There is a small part of me that thinks the Bucks might be trolling us and he plays tonight. But as things stand, let's take him at their word and say he's not going to go tonight. He is doubtful. And that brings up the normal story with the Bucks, guys. You guys know where to go. Middleton is definitely going to be a key piece of cash games. I actually don't think he goes off tonight. I think he's going to have a nice game. I think he may be fadeable in GPPs just based on how I expect this game to play out. But it's so easy to afford big money forwards today that it's hard, and it's really hard to picture him flopping. So I don't know if he's going to hit monster upside tonight, but I struggle to see him flopping and being a terrible play. So I would get him in my lineup. You got the Mavs coming on the tail end of a back-to-back. Milwaukee kind of choked the game away. Steph was awesome against them the other day. Middleton, just a ho-hum, good play for cash games. Next up, let's talk about Killian Hayes, the Detroit Pistons. So there's just absolutely no guarantee what Detroit's going to do right now. Look at that roster. What do they have, like 9 point guards or something like that? They're all cheap. They all play a few minutes. I think Killian Hayes is your best bet for today. There is no Jeremy Grant also, and this is a great game for DFS points. So their rook, he missed half the year. They want to see what they got right here, right? He's only 3,200. He's coming off a monster game. I do think if you're trying to get different, the rest of those point guards will be a lot lower owned. But strictly based on what you should anticipate from the Pistons, I think he's your best play on paper. I don't think he'll get anywhere close to what he did last game. He's very likely to replicate the 12 or 14 points he had off of blocks or steals. But Sacramento's a great matchup. They want to see what they got here. He's only 3,200 coming in with literally low risk. And if I'm wrong and he has another monster game, you're probably going to want that on your side with relatively high ownership. Next up, let's talk about Malachi Flynn. 3-game heater rolling right now. So everybody's out again for the Raptors. No Van Vliet, no Lowry. Terrence Davis is gone in Sacramento. Vinsanity's retired. Bosch hasn't been there in years. Tracy McGrady ain't coming back. Now they don't even have DeAndre Bembry, who's been suspended for 1 game. So look for Flynn to come in and play a lot today. They don't really have anybody else to run an offense. You can make Trent act like a point guard or Siakam act like a point guard for a few minutes here and there, but they have nothing. I think he could literally play close to 40 minutes under any game script today, because even if they're getting their butt kicked or winning by a lot, which is less than likely, where else are they going to go? They don't have any other point guards on the roster. They are depleted. He is coming in hot, too, playing assertive and playing aggressive and confident. I want him on my squad this evening. Next up, let's move over to long shots of the day. Take a look at Tyler Cook of the Detroit Pistons. So let's talk this one out, and it's really important to know what to do with him right here. So again, no Jeremy Grant today. He's out for, I don't know, whatever, rest, toothache, load management, doesn't really matter. He ain't playing today. Now they have downgraded their other veteran player, Mason Plumlee, to questionable. My gut instinct, he ain't going to play today, guys. So if we don't get the Plumlee news in time, because this is the late game, this could actually help keep Tyler Cook at like really, really low ownership and an interesting pivot off of some of the chalkier, more popular, cheap guys, because you can't play all the cheap guys. Just think about last night. Like, you look at the Pacers, like a lot of you guys, I played LeVert, Goga, McConnell. McConnell was great. Goga was really good. LeVert was less than stellar. But this means that like you couldn't play the Sumners and Aaron Holidays of the world. You can't play everybody. That's what's going to happen with the cheap guys today. I don't think Tyler Cook's going to get a lot of attention. He's on a second 10-day contract here. They want to see what it is that they have. This is a game ripe for DFS points. There's just no clear pecking order in this game. Like, we kind of know from Sacramento, Fox is good, Barnes is good, Holmes is good, blah, blah, blah. But with Detroit, they're in tank mode. They're just trying to figure out what they got with these young guys. They signed this guy. They want to figure out what it is that they got. They probably let him run. And he has a 10 times better play if Mason Plumlee is up. All right, next up, a long shot. So one, hear me now, quote me later. If Kristaps Porzingis or Luka is out, then Tim Hardaway Jr. becomes a lot more. I mean, he might even be chalk at this point. Now, it's hard to roster mid-tier guys these days. Like, I loved Kyle Anderson and Bridges yesterday. Neither of these dudes ended up making my lineup because we had Goga, who was like a must-play, and then the kid from the Hawks, the center, who was like a must-play. So, with each of those dudes going for like 30 points, kind of had to spend up in other areas. It could be the same thing here again tonight. I think Hardaway Jr. and his three-point shooting will present a real big problem for Milwaukee. I swear I bring it up every slate against Milwaukee. The way to target them is with really, really good three-point shooters, or at least guys who are going to get wide open three-point shots. If KP and Luka are in today, Hardaway will be low owned, and then he is more of a long shot. If one of those guys sits, which is entirely plausible, or if they both sit, then it is real possible that he becomes chalk. So we're a weaker team with no Giannis. I mean, why wouldn't you be a weaker team without a versatile 6'11" guy who's a reigning defensive player of the year? Mavs coming off an embarrassing loss, so expect a good effort here after getting just flat out embarrassed by Houston last night. It's time for them to get things straightened out over here. So if both those dudes play, I like Hardaway as a long shot. If one or two of them miss, he may become chalk. That's what we got for Thursday, guys. Thank you very much. Click the thumbs up and like button, and I will see you guys tomorrow.